Yo, what's going on? Chavo Guerrero Jr. here, giving a big shout out to Wrestling Rehab. Keep watching, keep listening, and viva la raza.
Órale. Órale. Cholo Trucker here, Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies out there. We may be a day late, but it's all good, man. I got my tag team partner right here. Let's go ahead and bring him in from the LA Times. One, Mr. Pablo.
What's happening?
What's up, big dog?
Chilling, bro. It just trips me out every time I see Chavo on the intro, bro. That is so cool, man. Legit OG right there.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. I gotta tell you, man, before we get into some wrestling, I'm still coming off of that high that we had over the weekend, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm still on that high. I'll be real with you, man.
Yeah. Do something on your channel, man. I'll jump on. We'll do something. We'll do a little roundtable, like after effect. We'll get David, you and I, man. We'll talk about it.
Oh, that'd be great, man. That'd be great. What's up, Mr. Benny's from the Box State, Holmes?
Benny, what's up, bro?
So let me see. Yo, Cholo and Pablo, good interview too. Hey, so okay. We're gonna be real. So, Paul, you and I did not watch it live,
right?
Because you and I had we had quite the weekend, man. We traveled, so we did not watch it live. When did you watch it, Paul? I watched it on Labor Day, on Monday.
Yeah, half of it on the night we got back,
okay,
and half of it on Labor Day. The rest on Labor Day. I had to get it in, but I had to get it in before Raw because I didn't want to, I wanted it to go in order.
Right. Okay. So let's get into Payback. All right. So everybody watching, man, I don't know. We might touch a little bit on what happened on Raw. Raw is behind us, but I definitely want to stick to what we saw on Payback. Going into it, I'll be real. Look, going into it, I was just kind of like whatever's, right? But watching it overall, I'm going to tell everybody this before we even get to all the matches. I was really impressed, man. But Paul, it starts off with a tag. With a steel cage match with Becky versus Trish Stratus. Paul, talk to us a little bit, man.
Okay, first of all, man, going in, we already know that you rock bottom Trish Stratus the other day. You did not like her work, bro. But man, we went into this match. I wasn't too into it, bro. I think both of these girls are both kind of, how would you say? They don't do hard spots. They don't do super stuff to get them hurt, like possibly injured. But lately, that's been a little different. Becky's been stepping it up. And, man, the word after this match, we had, obviously Becky Lynch defeat Trish Stratus. The word after this match is everybody's giving Trish Stratus her flowers. All the other wrestling shows are like, wow, she stepped it up, man. She did awesome. And people were just saying nothing but great things about this match. Now, I wasn't watching it to watch Trish. I was just watching the match. I didn't see it being that great, but okay, I get it, man. Here's a 47, 48-year-old girl, stepping in there with somebody who's about 35. So yeah, man, it was a good match though. I was surprised, man. I wanted to see some blood though, bro.
Okay. All right. So you're right, man. I kind of came down on Trish last week, right? But I thought I was fair. I honestly believe I thought I was fair. Look, I was not interested in this match. Like I said last week, the only thing that made me somewhat a little bit interested was the fact that it was a steel cage. That was it. Right. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody this, okay? And I don't know if part of it is because my expectations were low, but Paul, I really enjoyed the match.
Wow, that's cool.
I really enjoyed it. I don't wanna believe that it's because my expectations were low. I want to say that I truly believe that it really was a good match. Having the other chick intervene at the end, to me kind of ruined it a little bit.
Right.
Like you girls are having a really good match.
Yeah.
Do we need this other chick to get in there? And then Trish, you're a Hall of Famer. Do you need to be laid out by your so-called protege? And like I just look in my okay. Here's what I'm gonna say, Paul. Here's what I'm gonna say, and Paul, you let me know. This is the perfect time after a match like this. I thought it was perfect. I was like, beautiful, Trish. Now call it quits. After having a great match like this, call it quits. I thought it would have been great had Trish and Becky shook hands afterwards and Trish would have rolled off into the sunset. How say you, Paul?
Nah, man. Can't do that. Okay. Let's first go off on just one thing that really has neither here nor there. Is The Rock's what? How old's The Rock now? 50 some?
Yeah.
And he hasn't called it quits. So why would we ask Trish to call it quits? That's one, but that doesn't really matter. I think the women's bones are a little bit more frail, right? So,
Right.
so I see that. But the thing is, here's what I think. Trish Stratus is right now she's probably making at least 500 grand a year more, plus whatever she's selling from t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she hasn't been wrestling for what 10 years or whatever it was, really consistently. So what that paycheck, bro, is probably she wants to stay there and earn as much as she can for her family. That's what I would think. But okay, that's her reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for us, the fans, I agree. It would have been the perfect spot for her to exit stage left. It would have been on a great high. If she's rich and could afford it, that would have been the perfect exit. But yeah, man, what else do you want to add to that? Because I got a problem to pick with this match right here.
Okay, I don't think she's gonna have another match that can live up to this one. I don't want to oversell it and say like, wow, it was a super duper great match, but it was a good match, especially from what I've been seeing from her.
Yeah,
and like I said, man, like she's really slowed down in her last few matches. But this match right here, I thought it was as good as she could put it out there. I was really entertained with the match. It was a really good match. Why have this other chick come in there and lay Trish Stratus out? I was just like, look, have them shake hands at the end. Good on you. If anything, have this Tegan Knox chick come out and have Trish turn on her and say like, bam, you're on your own. I'm tired of, trying to bring you up,
right?
You gotta pave your own way here, sister. And now I'm out. Like, I thought that would have been the good way to go. But since it wasn't, Trish gets laid out. She's still a heel. I'm not looking to boo Trish Stratus. So, but nonetheless, good match.
Yeah, and you're 100% right, because that chick that laid her out, they had her lose on Monday.
Right.
So like, what was the purpose of it? Yeah. That was lame. If they were going to use that spot to build her up, I get it. But to have her come and lose to Shayna, which she should have lost to Shayna, I just don't get what was the angle there. But I do have a big beef with this match. They said it, dude, and it's the biggest lie. It's bigger than all of Joe Biden's lies, bro.
Okay.
Dude, so Trish comes out. No, Becky comes out. I forgot who came out first. Forgot who. Well, whenever Becky came out, they said Trish was the greatest in her generation and Becky is the greatest in hers.
Oh, yeah. I know
like,
exactly. Yes.
I was like, what the heck, dude? You can't even compare resumes with the queen. There's not even, it's not even up for discussion, bro. It's right. Am I lying, dude? Just on the titles alone, Am I lying? Is it even close, bro?
No, no, it's not. It's not. I mean, when you're talking about accolades, when you're talking about in-ring performance, when you're talking about, being on top, whenever Charlotte is around, she's always at the top level, man. She's never
Yep.
really any mid card. And even though they try to get her away from the championship spot, her matches are still much more relevant than whoever is champion at that time.
Oh man, a little reminiscent of the Nature Boy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it
Going
was.
playing to the crowd. She Flair. She plays to the crowd, all the woos and just bringing the crowd into it. Whether you love her or hate her, you're invested, bro.
Yeah, I do remember that being said. I don't remember who said it, but I'm 100% agreeing with you, Paul, for them to say, Becky is the greatest of her generation. Like, no, no,
Not even close.
no, no, she's not.
Not
Good
even
wrestler,
close.
but
And
no, no, no.
yeah, and I hate to say it, but hey, Bianca might be catching up on Becky a couple of years.
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
I'm not going to argue against that. But look, good steel cage match. They did the superplex off the top of the steel cage. It was good, man. It was good. These chicks took some really big risk. I mean, I don't know if I should say really big risk, but good enough, man, for me to say like, okay, it was a real steel cage match as opposed. And by the way, um, Trish Stratus had a big old lump on her forehead. I don't know if anybody caught that.
before or after?
After the match.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but yeah, good stuff, man. As we move on, Paul, this is probably the match that I thought had the biggest superstar power to it. We're talking about the Miz against one Mr. LA Knight
Right.
as John Cena being guest referee. Now, when we previewed this, we did it before a Friday Night SmackDown.
Right.
And one thing that we didn't talk about was like, hey, how does John Cena fit into all this? Well, he fit in as he's hosting Payback, but when we're talking about in ring, he was a guest referee. What's your thoughts overall on this, Paul? How'd you like the match? What's your thoughts on John Cena being a guest referee? How did you like who won? Talk to us, man.
Yeah. So John Cena being the ref, that's cool, man. I liked it. I would have liked to see him a little more involved, punch somebody. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I would have liked to see him a little more involved, bro. And but he's a face, so he can only do so much. He has to play that he's an upstanding referee. He's gonna call it how he sees it, right? And then
Mhm.
the other thing is, so the match goes on. The match was okay, man. I think, you know, LA Knight took a little more punishment than I would have liked. I would have
Okay.
liked to see him, get over a little more, get over a little more, that he's built up more. And yeah, that's my only complaint about the match. I like the match. If I had to grade it, I'd give it like a B, a B.
Okay.
But I was invested in this match, and I think both of these guys are doing great. And I think you mentioned it before, Cholo, that we have enough with LA Knight Smurfs. We need to
Mhm.
work on that, bro. We need to work
Mhm.
on that. And yeah, overall a B. I'm really enjoying what the Miz is doing right now, and I hope it don't stop. LA Knight, man, you need to step it up because man, we need to see something new so the fans don't turn on you, bro.
Yeah. What's up, Mob Nasty? What's up, Richard? How you doing, brother?
Richard, Mob Nasty, what's happening? Benny, everybody.
Um, Yeah, look, neither one of these guys have like major spots. In my opinion, both of them are average wrestlers. There's nothing really that they do that really like excites me. I think what's exciting about them is their personalities,
Right.
and that's what makes it pretty cool. Now, the spots that they had out of the ring, I thought that was pretty cool, right? But neither
Yes.
one of these guys are, Jeff Hardy risk takers or HBK or anything like that. They're both just pretty average, but their characters make up for it by far. I like the match. John Cena being special guest referee. Um, the spot that he had with the Miz before the match. You know, John Cena, and I don't, I don't want to sound like I'm ripping the guy. I don't know, man. He's kind of like a goofball now.
Yeah,
Like every time he shows up, he's just kind of like a goofball.
yeah,
I mean, even I don't want to get too far ahead, but he did a spot in the back interviewing, and he's wearing a bow tie with a coat, and he's just kind of like I don't know, man. He's just kind of like a goofy character now. Like I get it, man. Your fan base are kids and all, but and that's what's up with all the goofiness and just being a
yeah.
goofball and just being like a dweeb. Like I don't know,
Agree,
man. It's just kind of
agree,
rubbing me a certain way.
agree. Because when John Cena comes in, man, let's put it this way: when Roman Reigns walks in the building, you think superstar,
Right.
larger than life, Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, The Rock.
Yeah.
John Cena's starting to lose that appeal with me. And it's
Yeah.
stuff like that, bro. It's stuff
Right.
like that. When he does stuff like that, I'm like, dude, where's the superstar?
Yes.
We don't want to see you dressed up as Pee Wee Herman or whatever you were. It's like, come
Right.
on, Vato.
Yeah. 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 I agree, man. He's over there being like a character like Eugene or something. It's like, what's going on? Now,
Oh,
during the match, he had a couple of spots there where it seemed like he was going to get involved. It seemed like something was going to happen. It never really did. Um, he did get involved a little bit there, like the Miz is cheating, and he kicked the hand off. He has
yes,
arguments with both LA Knight and Miz, like that was pretty cool, man. I was entertained by the match. I really was. Obviously, LA Knight goes over, which I thought was the right move.
yes,
They're both walking. They're all on top of the ramp, and you could hear what they're saying to each other. John Cena's looking to shake his hand. LA Knight is like, "You almost cost me the match. Now you want to shake my hand?" But nonetheless, they shake hands. Good match. I was entertained, man. I was entertained.
where do you see them going? Where do you see them going, man?
See, that's kind of where I'm a little bit confused now, because does this rivalry just end right here? If it does, I'm not really sure where they go. Um,
It seems like the
Maybe
Miz is going with John Cena, right?
that's the
Seems like
way
he's
it
gonna be
looks like.
beefing with
Yeah,
John Cena.
yeah, it kind of looks that way. But then where does that leave LA Knight?
Yeah, I think LA Knight, it would probably serve him good. See, I don't I loved what Miz did against him, right? That whole promo he shot dressing up like LA Knight.
That was gold, man. That
That was
was
gold.
gold.
That was gold, bro. But they put two guys who could talk on the mic together against each other. And
Mhm.
sometimes it's okay, it's okay. But I would like to see maybe LA Knight start feuding with maybe somebody like an Almost, like a larger than life guy. Almost is boring, I know that. But to
Right.
see him and then conquer that, you know, and
Mhm.
yeah. So that's my thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that wouldn't be the worst thing. I believe that they're gonna continue this, and John Cena is gonna be in there some way somehow.
Right.
So, but
Hey,
as
hey,
we move along,
before we
mhm,
go on, Richard, if you're still there, we had talked about the steel cage match with Stratus. Just help me with my memory. Back in the day, were the steel cage matches actually steel, or were they always chain link fence? I'm just curious. I thought I remembered them being actual steel, but
yeah,
I could be wrong.
yeah,
You
man.
remember
It,
Solo?
it, it was yeah, it was the blue bars.
Was it?
Yeah, it was blue bar cage.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
was thought Alzheimer's was kicking in or something.
I I think WCW had chain link fence, and I always thought that was a little bit weird, because the WWE had blue bars, and then at one point they just started with the chain link. And you know what? I watched a video, I don't know, maybe about 3 years ago, on why they made that change. And honestly, I don't remember what it is. I don't remember what it is,
There
but
we go.
it'd be cool if they bring back the blue bars at least for one, man.
Huh.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Like that's the blue bar cage is the one that Superfly jumped off, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. But as we move on, Pablo, we got A Town down, Austin Theory going up against Rey Mysterio for the strap. Um, I didn't really care about this match. I, I don't know, Paul. What's your thoughts?
I'm the same way, bro. This match didn't mean nothing to me. I mean, I felt that Ray was going to win,
Mhm.
which he did. But yeah, man, to me, this match didn't mean much, bro. I'm looking forward to whatever's going to happen next with the LWO. They're growing on me a little bit, and I would like to see who they're going to battle against next. And I hope it ain't the OC or somebody. I hope we have some turmoil within them. You know, that would probably be the way to go.
Yeah, Richard saying I remember seeing some of them being chain link. Let me see. In the from the 2000s, even the late 90s, I remember them being chain link fence. But if you go back to the 80s, even early 90s, I remember them being blue bar. So I'll definitely have to. Yeah, man, I remember the blue bar ones. It was all set up for Bobby Lashley to jump through it. um, yeah, look, it was an okay match, but my interest level just wasn't there, man. I was trying to get interested in this match. And look, I'm going to be fair. I thought it was a good match. I thought Rey Mysterio hit some pretty extraordinary spots where I was just like, wow, that's Rey like still got it, man. So I was a little bit impressed. Um, I don't know. LWO comes out to congratulate Ray afterwards. Paul, LWO just is not working for me at all.
Hey,
And not only
was it ever though? What really was it
no,
ever like
n-
even in the WCW?
no, not even
Yeah,
then. But
yeah.
I'm gonna say this, man. I think even Zelina Vega is being buried by being part of the LWO.
Sheesh, at least she has a part now, bro.
Yeah, but
Before she was just in the back.
if she goes off on her, you know what? I think she'll be better as a manager, managing some heel.
Ooh, yeah, that would be dope. Somebody a good heel though.
Yeah, because I think she's being buried. And other than Santos Escobar, those other two guys, I have no idea who they are or what they do.
Yeah, they're just everybody there in that whole group is just there to get the shine from Ray. That's all it is. They're being built up using Ray's name. By the way, Cholo Trucker is redeemed. Cholo Trucker is redeemed. I just pulled up a picture. WrestleMania 2, Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy, the blue bars.
Yes.
Looks like prison cells almost, bro. My
Yes.
gosh. You're
Yes.
redeemed, bro.
Yes. Yes. I knew it. Bring back the wolf pack, says Mob Nasty.
Woo!
The red and black, Holmes. All right. As we move forward, Pablo, we have a shoot. I forgot what they called it. Steel City tag team match or something like that. Basically, it's a no holds bar match.
Yeah, undisputed WWE tag team title, Steel City Street Fight.
Oh, Steel City Street Fight. Okay. Going into it again, I wasn't that into it. I'm kind of like, let's see what happens. Wow. Paul, look, for me at least, this was probably one of the best no holds bar matches I've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
I thought it was all that and a bag of chips, man.
yeah, man.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree, man. It was pretty good, dude. You got so many wrestlers in there who could go. I mean, Finn Balor, you know, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, whatever anybody thinks of him, he's a great wrestler. Kevin Owens with his high flying moves, man, the hits, the bumps. I mean, wow, bro, this match was great, and we got to give it up to our boy Dominic Mysterio, man, being an MVP of this match, bro. It was great. The only part I didn't like, bro, to be honest with you, was when Sammy and Kevin came out with the hockey jerseys. You
Okay.
know, I was like, oh, there just happened to be hockey jerseys back there, or what? You know? Yeah, bro. But other than that, man, and man, KO was busted open, bro. This is
Yeah.
a good match, bro. Anything the Judgment Day puts their hands to right now is gold, and it takes good tag partners. I mean, good dance partners, and definitely Sammy and KO were those dance partners who made it great. But also the good thing that happened in this match is that the Judgment Day won the titles. We've been
Mm.
wanting we've been wanting that for a while. You and I both. We wanted to see that happen, man. And this is more of a story now where the Judgment Day is just dominating, and now they could do whatever they're going to do with Sammy and KO. And the perfect timing. We'll get to Jay later, but with Jay coming over, they could go their own way. These guys could go this way. You know, I like it.
Yeah, for Dominic not having a match at all at Judgment, I'm sorry, at Payback, um, man, he really made his presence felt here in this match. Like I said, I thought it was probably the one of the best that I've ever, not that I've ever seen, but I've seen it a long time. I can't remember the last basically no holds bar match that I was just like, wow, this was really badass. And then that little douchebag that comes, I forget his name.
JD
And
McDonough. JD
what's
McDonough.
McDonough? Okay, and he gets power bombed onto the announce table that doesn't break, which made me cringe even more. I was just like,
Right?
oh, that looked like it hurt. Rhea Ripley spears Kevin Owens through the barricade. That I was just like, wow, man! Like this match was great, man. This match
Yes.
was really damn good. Uh, in my opinion, probably the best match of the night.
Could
Uh,
be, huh? Could
yeah,
be.
yeah,
Could be.
just very,
Definitely probably the most memorable match, I think.
yeah. That I would say that. I would definitely say that, man. Uh, Seeing all four of them in the middle of the ring, just wow, man, what a faction, what a
Yes.
faction. And yes, I'm super glad that we don't have to deal with Sammy and KO as tag team champs anymore. Now we have Finn Balor and Damian Priest, who, were having a rocky relationship, but now they're both tag team champions. And again, they go backstage and they get interviewed by John Cena looking kind of like Pee Wee Herman. I'm like, what the heck, man?
I didn't get that, man.
Yeah, I
John
don't.
Cena. John Cena probably he probably came up with the idea for that, knowing that dude, and it just didn't work, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah, yeah, not for me either, man. But do you think that the rivalry keeps going on with Sammy and KO with Judgment Day?
Man, it seems like it is, man. But I don't know. I don't know. I think something's gonna happen. I'm not sure. I don't think they're gonna give the belts back to Sammy and KO. But as you know, I don't want to bring up too much of Raw,
Mm,
but they invited Jey Uso into the Judgment Day, so
mm,
somehow they're keeping things linked, and
mhm.
maybe it could be a Jey Sammy going for it, or something. I don't know. I don't know. It would be nice. I'm just thinking out loud. It would be nice to see finally KO and Jay just hate each other and go at it for a while or something. That might be good. But that's
Mm.
that's another thing. That's not tonight. But
Right,
yeah.
right, right. Hey, Richard, we're gonna get to that, brother. We're definitely gonna get to that. So as we move forward, Paul, we have the Grayson Waller effect
Yep.
with his special guest, Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes basically just goes there to break the news that there is a new member to the Raw roster, that being Jay Uso. Paul, what did you think about this Grayson Waller effect?
I thought it was great. First of all, I will always say it. I'm a great Grayson Waller fan. I like him. I like him. I'm not saying as a wrestler, just as an entertainer. He keeps
Okay.
me entertained. Like I always says, he has that cheesy music. Like when you go to the comedy club and some cheap comedians going up, they have some cheap music. That's kind of like his music, so it
Mm.
entertains me. And then Cody comes out. He introduces Jey Uso, and dude, the crowd goes crazy. The crowd's into it. The crowd loves it. They come out. He comes out, and he ends up getting in some words with Grayson Waller. Ends up kicking him, and the crowd again is into it, man. And I'll say something after you give your spill, but yeah, man, I got something else to add, but on another
Okay.
subject.
Oh, okay. All right. So is it cool that Jay is back? Yeah, it is, man. And by the way, it is working. He is over. I mean,
Yeah,
he's getting quite the pop. So
yeah.
he is over. But can anybody tell me what's the connection for Cody Rhodes to be out there on the Grayson Waller effect, and he's the one that introduces Jay Uso to the new as a new member to the Monday Night roster? Like, I don't, I don't see the connection there.
I do,
Okay, all
and
right.
it could be
I'm sure
wrong.
you're gonna go to back in the day. I'm sure. Well, okay,
No,
tell me, Paul.
no. This is what I believe the connection is.
Okay,
Just the same way I said they have the LWO there for Ray,
okay,
for Ray, um, Ray to shine some rub, dude. Not only does Jay come out and have his own rub, but they just put Cody's rub, which is probably the first or second most famous guy in the company. They used him to introduce him, so Cody's fans will love him too. So now you got Cody's fans and Jay's fans all rooting for Jay. So I think it was a smart move for them to use Cody, that Cody's fans will cheer for him. That's all I think that was.
okay. All right. Look, I'm not against it. It just struck me a little bit odd that you have Cody Rhodes out there. And the thing that Cody Rhodes is out there for is to introduce Jay Uso as a new member
Yeah.
of Monday Night Raw. I thought that was a little bit weird. I'm like, okay, what's the connection here? He
Yeah, there
goes,
was no there but yeah, but storyline there was no connection. It was just out of the blue.
yeah, yeah. So it was just a little bit off for me, but no, I get what you're saying, Paul. They're really trying to push Jay Uso as as a baby face, as a big baby face. And like I said, it looks like it's working because he's getting a pretty damn good pop.
Huge.
So, and anything else you got to add to that?
Yeah, just one more thing, man. I think Jey Uso coming to Raw is a great move.
Mhm.
This is the time, if it's really, unless they're just messing with us and they're going to put him back on SmackDown, this is a great move because Jey Uso is someone that could come over, take the strap off Seth, and have a run and start his own career. You know what I mean? And start building his own legacy, dude. Instead of being the brother, instead of being the right hand man, now he could be main event Jey Uso, world heavyweight champion. And I wouldn't mind seeing him carrying that strap for a while and taking it off Seth or whoever. But all that being said, um, that he came over, so one person has to go back. One person from Raw
Mm.
has to go to SmackDown, and I believe that's going to be Cody Rhodes. I believe that's going to be Cody Rhodes. This is just, I could be wrong, but I believe it's Cody. But they have to start building up the Tribal Chief versus Cody for WrestleMania.
Okay. Okay, I could see that. Hey, Society of Scandals. Holy smokes, that is good right there. He
What is that?
says Jimmy and Jay as captains for Raw and SmackDown for Survivor Series.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, so Jay has his team of Monday Night Raw, and Jimmy has his team for SmackDown. That'll be good,
Oh,
man. I like that.
so do
Uh,
I.
yeah, I like that. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Jay. It separates him for now from the rest of the bloodline, and I like that because it can we can keep on marching down the field as we get closer to WrestleMania, and then they can go ahead and start bumping heads.
Yes.
So that I do like, man. And Jay can start doing his thing over there. So as we move in, keep moving forward, let's get to the co-main event. Pablo, I thought this was um along with Miz versus LA Knight, I thought this was the biggest match going into Payback. And I'm talking about Rhea Ripley, mommy, defending her title against Raquel. Pablo, what's your thoughts?
Wow. Man, I know you felt the same way. I know Rhea's one of your favorites,
Yes.
and I know Raquel's one of your favorites. And
Yeah. uh,
well, you used to talk really up about her, but
yeah.
you said something. You said that I think it was you who said that this should have happened a couple of months back. Was that you? I don't know if it was
Yeah.
you, but somebody said Raquel was really like flying hot a couple of months back, man. A couple of
Okay.
months
I
back.
thought they were burying her with her being tag team champion. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this could have happened a while back, man. Raquel, and since then they made Raquel too happy face, baby face, and she doesn't seem like that monster among men type of person that she could be, man.
Mhm.
A destroyer. Rhea Ripley's a destroyer. They could have made Raquel a little more of that. They're trying, but she's coming out and she doesn't look too mean. So this match comes out, man. It was a good match, bro. I ain't gonna say it was the best. Um, I think there could have been a better buildup, but they went. Obviously, Mommy gets the win with the help of Dominic Mysterio again coming out. And Dominic's just like the MVP of the night, bro. To me, he's the MVP of the night. The Judgment Day just again keeps the gold. And what a good thing, man. Somebody asked, do I see Mommy, anybody beating Mommy soon? I'll save that till after Cholo spill.
Look, man. Yeah, I thought they kind of dropped the ball a little bit because the buildup really needed to be there for this match. And I don't think it really was. The storyline was somewhat there, but they needed to build this up a little bit more. It didn't have me convinced that Raquel stood a chance to get the strap off of Rhea because they didn't build up Raquel enough,
Right.
right? And mommy is just way, way, way too hot right now. You just, like I said in the pre-show, you just got to let her burn. You got to let her burn. The match itself, it started a little slow to me. I was like, okay, come on, ladies, let's start picking it up. Now I know they're both kind of big girls, so it's not like I was really expecting a lot of high flying moves or anything like that. And they did start picking it up as time went on. Okay? Is there a problem with Rhea Ripley's nose? Does she have to be bleeding from her nose? This is like the third match she has that she's blowing blood out of her nose, man. Does she have to be bleeding and from the nose from all her matches, Paul?
Yeah, I haven't even noticed that she bled before from the
Yeah,
nose. I didn't. I mean, I know I saw this one, but I didn't see her in the other ones.
yeah, and I'm like, what the heck's going on here, man? But um, yeah, Dominic comes out, he interferes, and there it is. Mommy gets the win, which is cool, which is a good thing. She needs to get the win, but should it be the way Roman is, man? Should Roman be getting assists all the time because he does to get victories? Should mommy be getting assists all the time in order to get victories, Paul?
You know, no, 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 no. It's good for Dominic to come out. The Yeah, they. I think Dominic comes out, fails, but she still wins. That's okay because I
Okay.
think the fans want to see Dominic. They want to see Dominic come out. They're heels. They're the bad guys. But yeah, I get it, man. The fans are going to get tired of it, right? They're going to know this is the way she always wins. Mommy's
Right.
good enough where she doesn't need that. So yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. So, look, good match. Not great, just good enough. Like I said, it started pretty slow, but it was pretty good. What happens here? I think they still beef it with each other. I think this
Yeah,
continues.
yeah. They said last night or on Raw, they said yeah they're going to fight. I think next Monday. So I think it's going to
Yeah.
be them, and they better not take the belt off mommy, man. Not yet. Not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, no, they can't, man. She is burning way too hot right now. They
Yes.
they cannot do that, man. But
Yes. Oh wait, but
Paul,
we better answer the question, bro, before the main event.
okay.
Do you
Uh
see anyone right now beating mommy?
um the only one I would say, and I think somebody brought it up, is possibly Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I
that's
agree.
that is it. But even that being said, I think mommy stays champion for the remainder of the year.
Yeah. Bianca and her would be a great match. Bianca's out, I think, what, for 2.5 more months or something like
Something like
that.
that.
So yeah, definitely that would be a great match, man.
Hmm.
Jeesh, because
Yeah.
mommy could go, but Bianca could really go, man. I could see
Yeah.
that match being one of the greats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely, man. So I don't no, I don't I think mommy stays champion for the remainder of the year. I do. I do.
yeah,
As a matter of fact, you know what? I think she stays champion all the way to WrestleMania.
that'd be dope.
Yeah. I mean, that's where she won it. And I think she stays champion all the way to WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So yeah, she's just way too hot right now. She's burning way, way, way too hot. So you just gotta let it burn, man. But Pablo, we get to the main event with Shinsuke Nakamura challenging Seth freaking Rollins for the strap. I'm gonna be real with everybody. I did not completely pay full attention to this match because I just didn't care. Pablo, how say you?
I agree, man. It's sad, bro. It's sad. We've said it a couple of times on the build up, but this for a main event when you had Rhea and Raquel, that should have been the main event. This is a match you could have seen on any Monday night, any SmackDown, any Raw. You could have seen it any time. And what? So they made a special angle that Seth has a hurt back, and
Mm,
that's supposed to go. Ooh.
mm.
It was just come on, man. I don't appreciate the WWE on this one, but at the same time, I guess from their point of view, Shinsuke is going to be looked as from now on, at least for the near future, as a little bit more of a main player. You know, were any of
Okay.
you guys listening any into Shinsuke Nakamura? Did anyone really think he's going to win out there in the audience? I didn't. But yeah, so that and this fight is continuing. I believe it's still going to go on, right?
Yeah, looks like it, man. I mean, look, going into it, Paul, I remember we talked about it on the pre-show that the only way we thought that Shinsuke was going to win is if Damian Priest cashes in right after.
Yeah,
That was the only thought. So I was watching this match, just waiting for it to be over. And look, I'm gonna be fair, man. It wasn't that bad of a match. It's just the interest. And when you're talking about the main event on a pay-per-view card, and it's for the title, it's got to really spark your interest. Yes, the match was, it was all right, but just I didn't care. So I'm just like, come on, Holmes. Let's get to the end. Let me see if Shinsuke beats him, and let's see if Damian Priest, cashes in. None of that happened, Paul. Um, Seth freaking Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah, wins, and pay per view's over, which to me was like kind of a sorry ending to a good night, if that makes any sense.
Right? I
Yeah.
mean, at least the Judgment Day could have came down and beat him to a pulp or something, man. You know, it would have been better, bro. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but man, it's just yeah, we're gonna see more of that. So the good news is that Jey Uso's on Raw, and that means that hopefully might be coming for the strap. You know, and I think Jay is coming for the strap because I don't think Cody. I think they want Cody to go for the other belt. You know.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? As we now that payback's over, we got Fastlane coming up. Let's see how they stack up that card. Do you think they're gonna stack up more SmackDown on Fastlane? Because that's not they didn't really do that right here.
Yeah, they got to give these guys a paycheck, man. They got
Mm,
to give them a paycheck, and yeah, I think so. I think so.
okay.
And
All right.
that way, if my prediction comes through, Cody will be there. Cody will be there, and hopefully, let's see if the tribal chief is back from his hiatus.
Hmm.
Could be good, but they don't need him for Fastlane though. But he needs to be on bigger pay per views. Yeah. Hey, Cholo. I
Yes,
know.
sir.
As we're winding down,
Uh,
um, two questions I wanted to ask you before we go.
yes, sir.
First one. Okay, as we look at this whole thing with the tribal chief, right?
Right.
He's had the title for what, 3 years or something like that, or
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
years, 3 years, whatever it is.
Hmm.
Um, in history, are we going to look back at his accomplishment and say, "Wow," or are we going to say, "Yeah, but he only defended it like 3 4 times a year, where the other champions defended it almost every week, every other week." You know what I mean? Are we going to look back, or is he going to get the credit he's due?
Here's how I think it's gonna go, man. I think people are gonna look back at it and say like, wow, uh he was a very long reigning champion, right? And I don't think people are really going to remember that he didn't defend it too many times, because unlike Brock Lesnar, I mean, now he's starting to do this, right? So if he continues with this nonsense, then it might be. But he still showed his face. He
Yeah.
still had matches, whether they're tag team matches or anything. He would still be around. So, like, if people asked me, or if somebody told me like, hey man, look, he's been champion all year long, think of all the times he's defended it, I just kind of like nod my head like, yeah, you know what, you're right. It wouldn't be until somebody actually brings it up to me like, hey, he only defended it like 3 times this year.
Right. Right. Right.
It's like, did he? They're like, yeah, really think about it, man. Here at WrestleMania, and it's like, oh yeah, but it doesn't seem like that because he has been showing his face. However, now he's starting not to show his face, so that could hurt him, man. That could hurt his legacy.
Yeah. And but one thing I want to say, I'm not putting down a Roman in no way, because to me, what he's done with Paul Heyman
Yeah.
has surpassed what Paul Heyman did with Brock. You know,
Wow.
don't you think? I think he deserves that. I think, man, he's getting to the place, one of the greatest entertainers ever. That's
Yeah.
just me. That's just me, But yeah, I look forward every time he's there, man. I try to watch. He definitely entertains me. So the second question, the last one I'll have for you, but Gunther passed the Honky Tonk Man. How do you feel? What are your thoughts?
I don't like it. Um, Especially like when you have somebody who I think Chad Gable could be a good IC strap holder.
Yeah.
Um, I definitely don't like it. It's, in my opinion, disrespectful to the honky tonk man. Now, I'm gonna be all honest with everybody. I never saw Honky Tonk Man as one of the greatest Intercontinental champions ever. But the fact that he held that title for that long, that fact that he held that record, I thought was pretty cool. But if you were to ask me, hey, who's the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time? Honky Tonk Man. Um, I'm gonna name a few names before I get to his.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
it doesn't
agree.
necessarily mean that he's the greatest because he held it that long.
I agree. I agree. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Macho Man. I could think of Macho Man, Razor Ramon.
yeah, oh yeah,
Those are just a couple of names, bro. Bret Hart that
oh
I
yeah,
would put over the Honky Tonk Man.
right,
Yeah,
yes,
because the Honky Tonk Man, he would win a lot of his matches only through cheating or doing stuff like the Miz, like somehow getting out of the match.
uh-huh.
So yeah, man. But I don't know. I wasn't much of a fan either. But Gunther has it, and I was surprised they didn't do more of a celebration, bro. Like a big deal. Maybe they're gonna do it Monday, but it was like, oh, okay. And I
Yeah.
didn't see no balloons coming down, no nothing. They should have made a big deal of that, bro. What do you think about
No,
that?
I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't. Hey, before we wrap it up, man, did you get a chance to see Senior Money in the Bank's new briefcase?
Yes.
That
Yes.
sucker's good, man. They started
Oh,
selling it.
I wonder if that means he's going to have it for a while. You know?
I would say so because they just that briefcase just hit the market, so they need
Orale. You got
so
to get
they
it, Cholo. You got to get it.
yeah, it's Senor Money in the Bank. So it just hit the market, so they're gonna need him to hold on to it for a while,
Good
so they
point.
could go ahead and capitalize. They could use him for marketing.
Hey, I think you need one of those suitcases in your background, bro.
Oh, that'd be great, man. You know what? I'm gonna get me one.
Oh, that would be awesome, bro. Do it.
Yeah, Senor Money in the Bank.
That would be dope. That would be
I'm in,
dope.
dog.
I want to
I'm
see it
in,
there,
man.
bro. Yeah, man.
Hey, Pablo, anything else, brother, before we wrap it up?
Nah, man. Nah, man. It's just I love talking wrestling, man, and we appreciate all you out there who tap in. We know this is after the fact, but we'll try to be here and hopefully look to your input too. Leave us questions, and I saw a question out there about Solo Sikoa being a double agent. Definitely, he's a double agent. Definitely, he was sent by the elders, and he is under the tribal chief. But that's going to come out one day. That's all going to come into play one day. But yeah, Cholo, it was good.
Yeah, Solo is just kind of flies under the radar for me, man. He has little to no personality, so
Yeah,
there's got to be something. They got to use something to keep him, up there. So if they connect him to that sort of storyline, that'd be pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. Especially with another. Supposedly, there's another family member coming too. So we trip.
Wow. Wow. Well, we shall see. Pablo from the LA Times, Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Take it home and I'll take off. And I'll open one time.